Transport.
Colonel!
Well, I had an idea you'd show up.
Well, when I heard you was back, I just busted right in.
I'd have been so if you hadn't. Come on, sit down. Where was it last time, Manila?
Oh, Colonel, you forgot. China, the Yancey Patrol.
Right. Well, you know, Transport, I wasn't on the river long.
Yeah, I know. And me and the rest of the old gang could hardly believe it when we heard you quit the Marines.
Well, I felt bad about that, but I had to do it that way. I can talk about it now. You know where I went?
We heard you were sick and went back to the States, but that didn't seem like you.
Must have been a couple of Army guys.
Where did you go, Colonel?
I joined the Chinese Army.
Are you kidding, sir?
And not even the Chinese Marines.
What for?
Well, I could see this war with Japan coming. You didn't have to look far for that. I realized that our first line of defense would be China. So I decided to find out just what her war potential was, just how long she could hold out. I joined the Chinese 8th Route Army. Remember that march they made during the Civil War, 6,000 miles clear across the country?
Was they Chinese in the Civil War? I thought there was General Sherman marching along the... Oh, forgive me, sir. I wasn't trying to make no crack, honest. It's just that I don't read the papers past the funny page. Will you excuse me, sir?
Never mind, Transport. Anyway, that's all over. All the Chinese are united now against the Japs. I've been hearing marvelous things about the guerrilla tactics of the 8th Army. This is right after Shanghai. I made up my mind to find out about them. I couldn't go in uniform, so I went without.
Plenty of fighting, huh, sir?
Transport, you never saw anything like it. Just look at those half-armed, ill-fed peasants. They outmarched, outfought, outmaneuvered the Japs at every turn because they believed in what they were fighting for. Because every man had only one desire, to do his duty. Well, I learned a lot of things that are not in textbooks, and I came back to the States to tell about them. Then, Pearl Harbor, and here we go again.
I don't ask for nothing better, sir.
Transport, we're going to try out something new. Headquarters giving me a free hand. You'll see some fun before we're through.
I hope them Japs have got a sense of humor. They're going to need it.
I want you for my personal...
Hey, attention! Sir, the battalion is formed.
Take your post.
At ease. Sit down, boys, and make yourselves comfortable. The smoking lamp is lit. Boys, this is our first get-together, but it won't be our last. You probably wonder what this is all about. Well, I can't tell you now. You'll learn as you go along. But I can say this. You are to receive a course of training unique in the history of the Marine Corps. If you justify the effort to be spent on you, you may be able to point the way in which this tremendously difficult war in the Pacific can be won. Briefly, it can be won by teamwork, by trained men fighting together with the precision of a machine. But it's more than that. It must be a harmonious machine. Now you start with the fundamentals. And at the bottom of everything is self-discipline. You must start by casting out all prejudices. Racial, religious, every other kind. I want you to feel free to ask questions, even embarrassing ones. Come to me with suggestions. We're going to be more than officers and men in this. We're going to be comrades. What I eat, you will eat. Where I sleep, you will sleep. I will take you into my confidence whenever it's possible before going into battle. We'll have a meeting in which I'll explain our plans and objectives so that each of you can make a more intelligent contribution to the result. Afterward, we'll have another meeting to criticize the way in which the operation was conducted. We'll fight and endure and win together. Ahead of you lies a hard road. You'll often have bad food and very little of that. Many times your bed will be a muddy ditch. You'll march until you think you're exhausted and then be called on to start out again. To carry you through the rough spots before you, teamwork is needed. You'll have to help each other. The Chinese have a word for it. It is Gung Ho. Gung to work, Ho harmony. I propose it as our motto. Gung Ho. Come on, now give it to me.
Pearl Harbor is history now by 2 months. From 15,000 volunteers, the colonel has accepted about